Hello and welcome back to more Vintage Cube Draft. What do we got in this pack? A lot of powerful cards. Fractured Identity, I guess like two powerful cards. Identity and like Reprieve maybe. Time Spiral is powerful. It's just put High Tide in the cube. Give us the fun. I'm looking at Windswept Heath as probably the most versatile opening pick. I think Fractured Identity is one of the strongest opening picks. This card isn't. It's just really, really good. But I really do want to draft like the sacrifice theme. You could first pick Forsaken Miner in this spot. It does cut black moderately well. I mean, cut downs whatever. It's not the best card. I don't. You know what? Let's just see what happens. This is not correct, but I want to give the sacrifice theme another shot. We're gonna lean in that direction. Drafting to win, take the Windswept Heath, go that route. But we're gonna take Forsaken Miner. And that way we're open to, if the sacrifice theme is opened, we can do the thing. That's a library. Library's really good. Moonshadow's good. I like Anger, even though it's not, like, it's not great here. Probably... Moonshadow's good with sacrifice, too. I think this card is very powerful, but I'll take Library. This card it just wins games. You don't really have to do that much for it. Mayhem Devil. Alright. We're in. We're committed. We'll see what happens. There's a Gravecrawler, Nethergoyf, Cabal Ritual. So none of these are zombies. I have a suspicion that this card will not have enough zombies to be supported, but it is a very repeatable sack outlet along with Forsaken Miner. So I think I'm going to take it, even though, again, probably maximizing win rate is like you take Nethergoyf. But I just want to cement myself into this archetype. See what happens. Jadar, Ghoulcaller of Nephalia. That probably wheels, right? I could take a Fable Push and wheel it. It is a zombie. It does go with sack outlets, but it's got to be Fatal Push here. Try and wheel a Jadar. There's like a 0% chance someone takes that card. With something like Gravecrawler, this is so iconic in the archetype. People know what it's doing. Jadar, you're only taking it if you've already had a Mayhem Devil, I think. I could be wrong. We'll see though. We're not gonna have very many cards left in that pack. Hey, we got the bombardment. Let's go. I like Fear of Missing Out too, but come on. let's draft a sack theme, eh? Deep Cavern Bat, Recurring Nightmare. The bat's definitely better. And that's all there is to say. Recurring Nightmare is not even like good enough to try. The 2-mana one I think would be a lot better in the cube because you could do more mid-rangey things. But at 3 mana, it's so expensive to be able to, like, if you're recurring nightmaring, sacrificing like a Gravecrawler to get back a Deep Cavern Bat, it's kind of a losing proposition. But if you're doing that at the 2-mana one, the Chthonian Nightmare or whatever, it's more probable, possible. Urza's Bauble's pretty good with Mayhem Devil. It's also a crime for Forsaken Miner. Deathgreater's Champion can help us just kill them, and Bitter Blossom is sort of an endless stream of damage with Goblin Bombardment. I think Bitter Blossom's the more fun pick. I don't know if it's the better pick. I'm going to take Urza's Bauble. I've taken a lot of fun picks. Let's start taking at least a couple good picks. Cut Down versus Chandra. We could also take a Surveil land. This deck wouldn't mind playing some green cards. And I think Cut Down... We have Fatal Push, which is just better Cut Down. I'm really low on Chandra lately, especially in a deck like this where our deck is going to be mostly black. I'm going to take this. This helps us splash a little bit. This wheeled. So did this. So did this, to be honest. But I think Moonshadow's actually really sick here. Venfine wheeled. Unlikely to be playing it. How likely am I to be playing Godless Shrine? Right, you don't play Bazaar of Baghdad in this deck. Likely? I mean, we'll see. I just love this card and I have a bunch of 1-drops, so like maybe I would play Bazaar with Gravecrawler and Forsaken Miner. Then we wheel. Wait a second. What? So, wait, is this the pack? No, that was the next pack. I was gonna say we wheeled Nethergoyf, but not Jadar is nuts. But I think that's the next pack. But black feels wide open, man. Nobody's touching this right now. All right, the Gambit paid off. We get Jadar as well as Kitten and Teferi. That's nuts. Shalinda. This gives me 2 things to sack, but I do have some green fixing. I don't know. I'm not playing either of these cards. So we'll just put these away. My 2 red cards are the 2 best sacrifice cards you could hope for. I am getting very suspicious of this Gravecrawler, though. I've seen like 1 zombie, And this guy isn't even a zombie himself. You have to wait a full turn cycle before this even makes a zombie. So, sketchy. Pyroglaive is nuts. Desergrix could be good. Marsh Flats would be good. And Lotus Petal, but like, we're taking a Pyroglaive. Yeah. We're just taking a Pyroglaive. I don't know about this Vengevine, but I don't think Godless Shrine would have done anything either. Okay, now we get to decide. Do I want to play Bazaar of Baghdad? Do I take a fetch first? Do I even care about a Murderous Redcap or a Retrofitter Foundry? I don't think I'm taking Bazaar highly in this deck yet because we don't have... First of all, Anger's gone. So there's no shot at... Right, that's not in the sideboard? No. So we can't get Haste. I think the fetch is the most important thing here. It can't get Underground Mortuary, but if we get a Badlands or a Blood Crypt, this deck really, really will want that because we have so many ones. Okay, there's a Grief. What is this? When this creature attacks, you can put a creature card. Okay. Blood Crypt, Bitterbloom Bearer, Grief, and Shield Breaker. I think I'm going to take Blood Crypt. Probably wield this Bitterbloom Bearer and honestly kind of happily play it. But I'm going to take the on-color duel first. But Black has felt wide open, so we'll see. I hope I didn't snipe someone else's Vengevine. I only took it because it felt open, and the art's really cool. What are we looking for? Thought Seizes, and then some sack outlets, some sack themes. Once Upon a Time could be good. Fable the Mirror Breaker's pretty good. Satyr Wayfinder, if we get a Hogak, we could try and go that. I do love Hogak. We're a little bit away from that. I think we just take Fable. Treasure tokens are good with Mayhem Devil, that kind of thing. Yeah, we'll just take Fable here. Marionette Apprentice. Whenever another creature you control... Wait, doesn't it zoom? Put into the graveyard from the battlefield, each opponent loses 1 life. I definitely want this card. Likely could wheel it, and taking a Taiga instead could give us access to green. But I'm just going to take the card. I think this is being a little bit too conservative, but there's only 11 cards in the pack, so someone could potentially snipe it for whatever reason, because there was only going to be 3 left when it wheels. If you're drafting in like a hyper-competitive league pod, we're like 99% sure Black is open and Sacrifice is open, so there's no reason anyone should want this card. But that doesn't mean someone couldn't take it for other reasons. They misclick, they're auto-picking, they're hate drafting for some reason. Maybe they want the token for something. So I'm just going to take this because it's pretty important to set up for some other combos and combo kills against your opponent. Because Goblin Bombardment, Mayhem Devil, Apprentice, each sacrifice does 3 damage, is quite a bit of damage. Mirrored Apprentice does not target, right? No, it's each opponent. Ooh, Carnage Interpreter I like a lot. Phyrexian Tower is also really nice. I think Carney T is more important for now. This card gives us clue tokens. Ooh, Grave Carrion Feeder. Okay, so that is a zombie, but there's also Dark Confidant. I think Carrion Feeder being our second sack outlet, also being a zombie, also a new card. We'll try it. I do love Dark Confidant. I think it's great in a deck like this. We're not going to wheel it. That's okay. This is a more rare effect. Although I think they might have cut Caustic Bronco, so maybe Dark Confidant is also a rare effect. We get Master of Death. If the Bazaar of Baghdad wheels, I'll take it. Keeping ourselves open to other archetypes. Okay, there's Survival of the Fittest in the pack. But I think I'm going to take Desecrix because this is actually kind of good if we do get Bazaar. I don't have the green for this card, unfortunately. So we'll take this and then see if Bazaar comes around. It does come around. Okay. Happy about that. This might be totally playable now. We have 2, 3, 4 things that are good with Bazaar. We're going to need a couple more. So I'm going to put this package over here. Bitterbloom Bearer Wheels. Very happy about that. Good thing I didn't take Bitter Blossom. So Gravecrawler. I'm always going to be playing. So these are the considering. Take this in case I somehow get Hogak involved in all of this. Put this over here. I mean, if we get a Hogak, we got a green piece of fixing now. I think this was the pack with Marionette Apprentice. Bleachbone Verge versus Haywire Might. I'm not playing either of these really, so. No way, dude! Last pick, Dark Confidant, let's go! Oh my god. That's incredible. Last pick. So happy about that. Okay, Soul Ring Root Walla. Okay. This could be a really, really funny pick. So, this is really objectively not a good Soul Ring deck. Look at our mana curve. We have... I guess it's good with these and this. It's probably fine, because I'm going to wheel the Root Walla almost no matter what. But it's really not... Like, this is not the best. I would take any Mox over this. Because a turn 1 2-drop is way better than turn 2... Like, we could already play a 2-drop on turn 2. You know what I mean? This does let us go turn 1... Actually, this is pretty important. Turn 1 Blood Crypt Soul Ring. Turn 2 2-drop Bazaar of Baghdad. I'm going to take the Soul Ring here. But I'm actually not even that stoked about it. I think there are better options. So we're going to get both Root Wallas most likely. Overlord... Ignoble Hierarch, we don't really have too much green. How much do I care about the Overlord? The Root Wallas are actually kind of nice when you're playing, like, Sacrifice. I'm just gonna take it. I would like to Bazaar. I'd like to wheel the other Root Walla. Zern Orb is kind of hilarious when you're like, with, like, Mayhem Devil. I don't think it's great, but it is funny. I'll take a Surveil Land. Legion Extruder's okay with Carnage Interpreter. It's about it. I'll take the Surveil. Double on color is very important. There's the Hogak. I'm gonna take Inquisition. Obsessive Pursuit is also very good though. I genuinely want this Hogak now. I think it's with Bazaar, Sacrifice, probably splashing a Satyr Wayfinder. It's kind of time. Inquisition gives us disruption that we currently don't really have access to. Look, let's be honest. We're Hogacking here. That's just all there is to it. Okay, took a Hogak. Phoenix Fleet Airship seems bad. Hogak's in the 0 pile. We can cast it off a Soul Ring, I guess. Grist is okay. I have right now only 2 green sources, but I think she's okay. Yavimaya is good with... I'll take Yavimaya. It's good with Bazaar, I guess. Stitcher Supplier. Wow, what a pickup. Am I really taking it over a Hex Drinker? Yes, because I have Hogak in my deck. It's also a zombie, right? Yeah. See? Sephiroth. We're getting all the infinite combos here. Let's go. Like leave Cliffs versus Fabled Passage. Our curve's low enough. We're going to take this. Alright, Root Walla. Let's see it. Nobody else took any of the discard themes. If someone takes the other Root Walla, it's just because they're like... I don't even know. I genuinely don't know. Desecrix. Bizarre. Master of Death. I'm feeling it. Today's the day. Wayfinder can help us find Hogak and also Mills to put Forsaken Miner. I don't know, this feels okay. Okay, there's the Root Walla. Galvanic Discharge would be pretty nice, right? We have... You gotta take Root Wallas. You're playing a Sacrifice deck with Bazaar. You gotta put Root Wallas in your deck. So I have one removal spell. And that is the Fatal Push, right? That's all I have. Yikes. Overlord of the Balemerc versus Soul Guide Lantern. I mean, Overlord's great here. You can find a Hogak. I'm still pretty low on this Soul Ring, to be honest. But we have Fable and Sephiroth, so it's gonna get used sometime. Same with Pyrogoyf. And with Bazaar of Baghdad, it's often better to keep Soul Ring than a land, because it, you know, it taps for 2 mana. You're gonna be down on resources a little bit. I wish I had the blue for this card. Could actually be kind of good. I'm kind of here for this deck, though. We've got Stitcher Supplier, Satyr Wayfinder. We've got double Root Walla plus Bazaar. The problem is we don't have other discard outlets and no way to tutor up the Bazaar, right? So if we don't have Bazaar, we're putting these 3 cards in our deck that are dead draws. But at least in the Sacrifice theme, like, we can do something with them. Obsessive Pursuit also seems fairly interesting. You get a clue. Whenever you attack, put counters on a creature where X is the number of permanents you've sacrificed. I don't know if I'm playing it, but it's at least interesting. Robber, Scholar, Doomsday. I don't have anything for Scholar, so... We gotta think about this. I mean, you know where we're going. Discard any number of cards. Unfortunately, don't have white for that card. That card seems cool, but it's so many colors. Dotha Triome. Wait. That lets... No, it doesn't. It doesn't let our fetch do anything. Okay, let's see. This goes here. Hogax is 0. This is so many cards. Bazaar. I think in this deck I can count as a land. Master of Death is 0. Root Wall is 0, 0. Desecrex is a 2. I don't know if this is the play. Bitterbloom Bear is okay. It's cute with Hogak, but it is double black. But it does give us a combo finish. Nethergoyf is just gonna be big in this deck. This is gonna be so many cuts. I'll come back when I figure it out. So I'm sad to announce that I think it is better to not run the Bazaar of Baghdad package. So we would have Vengevine, Rootwalla, Master of Death, plus Bazaar. But we currently have a very functional 16 land deck, which seems perfect for our curve. And I think I'm going to run it like this, still running Hogak. And then we have this as something we could side in. The problem is, this is great and constructed when you have 4 Vengevine, 4 of each Rootwalla. But the odds are so high that we either draw Rootwallas when we don't have Bazaar. I guess if we draw Bazaar, we'll dig into the Rootwallas. So really the problem is just drawing these cards before you have Bazaar. We don't have any way to tutor it, which means we're also not playing Yavimaya. So I think this is the correct way, as much as it is sad. But in like a really grindy matchup or something, we could side that in. 6, 2, 1. So I have literally one green card, which is Satyr Wayfinder. I don't think it's worth playing a forest for that. Red sorcerer right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go up to 7. Alright, see how it goes. See you all round 1. I just realized I kept Desecrex in, so we're gonna have to cut that soon. But this hand, it's got Fable the Mirror Breaker turn 2. Soul Ring already paying its weight, but this card, yeah, not the best. Soul Ring turn 1. If I draw a Swamp, actually, I can go Fable and then, like, Mayhem this off of Fable. Would be kind of fun. Noble Hierarch. Swamp? Blood Crypt is a swamp, kind of. So I can Thoughtseize them. Oh, tell them good luck, have fun. We're gonna shock this in. I think I'm just gonna go Fable, Gravecrawler this turn. Next turn I can discard Desecrex and Satyr Wayfinder, or the Deep Cavern Bat, depending. And then I could Mayhem the Desecrex. But the one game, it seems like it paid off to have Desecrex in the deck, but it's definitely not a card that should be in the deck in general. Alright, Nadu is annoying. We definitely want to Thoughtseize them. Okay, let's discard. So, I can get green off the Goblin. I guess I can get back Satyr Wayfinder here. So let's discard these 2. And it's not Madness. Pyroglyph is incredible. Let's go Swamp. I guess it's just a 1-2. It's not that good right now. Swamp. Play Desecrex. Get back this guy. Get a land. Then we put a bunch of stuff in the graveyard. And I'm going to Deep Cavern Bat. Holy cow. Okay. Thoughtseize is annoying. Terra Sunder can kill Fable. Ursine Monstrosity goes pretty hard. And then Ouroborid is the scariest. They do have to draw an untapped land for Ouroborid. But I think... Oh, Scythecat Cub with Nadu is also messed up, right? I guess I'll take the Cub. And then I don't have any good attacks here. Next turn I can go Moonshadow, fetch a Surveil, hopefully Surveil a permanent into the graveyard. So they can Thoughtseize me. They did draw an untapped land. That's pretty lucky. So they can play Ouroborid, get a giant army. But it at least doesn't draw them cards. 4-5. Do you attack with Nadu? Okay. This thing transforms. Let me... I have to get Pyroglyph up to a 4. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. So I think I can go Moonshadow, Stitcher Supplier, Pyroglyph here. So let's go Moonshadow. Fetch. It gets bigger. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's grab Mountain. Let me play Stitcher Supplier. Hopefully mill a Hogak. I don't. And this dude is only a 2-3 still. I guess my deck does not have many instants or sorceries. This is gonna be a problem. So Ouroboros down, and I know the rest of their hand. They can tear asunder my Reflection of Kiki-Jiki. If I try and Pyrogoyf the Ouroboros, they do get to draw a card, but maybe that's just necessary. This thing has to attack. Attack with Desecrix. I think I just swing out with these. Okay, Moonshadow gets bigger. I get to Pyrogoyf the Ouroboros here. They get to draw a card, but it does kill this thing. They hit a Taiga. That's very sad. This is gone. So they have Tear Asunder, Ursine Monstrosity, Thoughtseize, One Unknown, and a Mox Pearl, which doesn't actually matter that much. I guess they can kick Tear Asunder. They don't kick it. They kill Reflection. I mean, they're at 13. I still have a Pyrogoyf in play. They have a Thoughtseize. A lot of live draws for me. Mayhem Devil. That will be awesome. So I can't think of a reason to not just swing out. So let's just do that. Yeah, it's got to be the play, right? They're at 13. Attack, 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 attack. If I get Hogak off Stitcher Supplier dying, I can still get some value. Yeah. And I'm not sacrificing anything yet. Like I don't have Goblin Bombardment. They double block the Moonshadow. That's a lot of damage coming their way if they do that. And I'm intentionally not playing Mayhem Devil yet because I want them to, like, not know. Okay, so that goes through. Oh, I see. They get to kill the Gravecrawler that way. That's pretty good. Okay, I had 3 lands. That's great. Not drawing those. Let's play Mayhem Devil. We got a 6/6 Moonshadow. They have a Thoughtseize, and we're drawing live to a lot of things. Although losing the zombie is pretty rough, but I was hoping we'd hit a Hogak somewhere. And Hogak is so big on this board. Sylvan Caryatid. So they have to attack with Ursine Monstrosity, which means this Moonshadow is going to go crazy. Take 6. Take 7. All right, deck. Goblin Bombardment. Let's go. They just concede. I mean, they could... I think they're just dead, I guess. They didn't even let me see. Okay, we took them down. Just green aggro. Desecrix was good, but I think we're going to play this instead. Oh. Turn 1 library on the draw. Let's go. Into Dark Confidant, into Soul Ring. That seems incredible. And they mulliganed. Thoughtseize? No Thoughtseize. Oh my god. It's over. It's over for you. This card is so good. Wait, these are very different colors than what I saw. Okay, they have Lightning Greaves plus Nadu. Let's draw. Where's this Bauble? Look at a random card in target player's hand. Okay. I can play Sephiroth, but I think I'm better off. We're definitely playing Soul Ring here. If they daze, do I care? Kind of. We'll play this. Play Soul Ring. Down to 7. I guess I will Dark Confidant. And I could save Urza's Bauble, but I guess I'll just go for like Delirium and stuff. Go ahead. And I can Bauble on their turn. Alright. That is the easiest match win ever. See you round 2. Hey, I'm sorry for the short interruption, but I just wanted to take the time to mention that I spent about 3 years designing my ideal card game, which is Algomancy. So if you like the way that I play the game, talk about the game, or view synergies, and you think that type of gameplay is something you could be interested in, maybe check out Algomancy. It solves the problem of first player advantage, solves the problem of Mana Spear and Flood, and there's no expensive cards. It's just a self-contained cube-like experience. You can cube draft with your friends. The other thing that it does really cool is you can cube draft 1v1. You don't need to get up to 8 people, and you can actually draft live in the game as well. So it's a really, really fun game that's based on just strategy instead of like getting lucky, hoping to draw the right cards. It really allows you to make cool plays and win on those cool and interesting plays and synergies. So if you're interested at all, go to algomancy.io, give it a check. Otherwise, just keep enjoying the videos. All right, we updated our deck to have Desecrix in the sideboard right there. So hopefully better. This hand looks great in the opener. Turn 1, keeping. We can fetch a Blood Crypt, play Soul Ring turn 1, and then I could turn 2 Carnage Interpreter. That's terrible. I could go turn 2 Dark Confidant Stitcher Supplier, probably. Opponent mold to 5. I like that. Never mind. Complete change of plans. The turn 1 library against the opponent on a mold to 5 seems great. This card's I've drawn library and Soul Ring very frequently. So opponent, good luck, have fun. If you want to beat the blue decks, just put library in your deck. And Dark Confidant. And Hogak. Okay. Because then you could just run into their counter magic and just not even care. Okay. Up to 9. Let me Scalding Tarn. Fetch here. They have 2 mana up. I don't want them countering my Soul Ring. So I'm going to play Stitcher Supplier first. Little bit high stakes, or low stakes. We hit Bitterbloom Bear in 2 lands. Perfect. We'll save the Soul Ring for when they have less mana. Overlord, yeah, they're just playing a fair deck, so we're in such good shape here. Now, we don't have any removal in the deck and they have a Mox, so that's kind of problematic. But if you miss a land drop, a Mox is kind of like Unearth Ocelot Pride. Sure. That's totally fine. Okay, draw a card. Sephiroth. So activate only if you have a swamp or a forest. So I can go Wastewood Verge. Ocelot Pride is kind of annoying, but does it really matter that much? I don't think it matters that much. I get to go Soul Ring. Then draw a card. Obsessive Pursuit. When this enters and when at the beginning of your upkeep, you can do the thing. I think I'm just gonna play Sephiroth sacking the Stitcher Supplier. Or I can wait. Let's sack it. We could hit a Hogak. Okay, we just hit all lands. We do draw a Fatal Push, which is nice. But I do have to discard a hand size. I'm just going to discard my Surveil land here. They path a Sephiroth. Great. Grabbing Swamp. My hand is so loaded, it's unbelievable. So they get 1 cat. They get a lot of Lingering Souls tokens, but they don't have the City's Blessing. Mayhem Devil's good. Let me Fatal Push the cat. Then draw a card. Then play a Swamp. Then play a Mayhem Devil. Then play Dark Confidant. Actually, I think whenever you attack, put counters on something. Yeah, I think I'm going to Dark Confidant and an Urza's Bauble. And then I can kill something with the Bauble at instant speed. Seems like a good hand. Recurring Nightmare. So currently the only thing they can get back... Oh, they can get back Overlord. That's pretty good. I will get Mayhem Devil triggers. So let me start thinning their tokens. We're going to kill a flying token here. They have Ephemerate. Okay, you know what? Overlord's kind of sick here. Take 1. I can kill Overlord with a Pyroglyph. Kill their spirit here. Moonshadow, Yawgmoth, Barrowglyph. I think I do just Pyroglyph the Overlord, because then they'd have to make a creature and then play. What did they get back? No game log. Barrowglyph. Okay. We should be able to handle a Barrowglyph, I think. Draw a card. Carrion Feeder's excellent. Moonshadow's also really good. Okay. Let me draw. Well, let's count the mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if I want to go Pyroglyph, Obsessive Pursuit does seem pretty good. Pyroglyph, Obsessive Pursuit, Moonshadow. I could try and Satyr Wayfinder into a Hogak. Let's just try and hit a Hogak here. That seems like the best play. Deep Cavern Bat also solves most of my problems. Good reason to draw a card. Okay, let's go Swamp. Take your scary card. Recurring Nightmare, Glimmerlens, Ephemerate. So if I take Barrowglyph and kill Overlord, then their hand does actually nothing. Yeah. Do that. Do this. Okay. I was gonna say that's quite a lot of stuff that we're doing. They're doing Recurring Nightmare. I could bring in a Haywire Might to deal with Recurring Nightmare. That seems fine. I've yet to see Hogak, but it would have been good almost at any point. I mean, the rest of the deck seems really good. Bitterbloom Bearer does make tokens. Jadara makes tokens. I guess I'll cut this. It does make flying tokens. Oh, what do I cut? I guess I just don't care about Recurring Nightmare. I just run it back. If green was a more of a main color, I'd be all here for it, but it's not. And it's pretty unlikely that I would hit the sideboard card with the mana to cast it against a hand that they had that actually like did something. So let's shock this in. Play this fella. Give me a Hogak. We mill the Soul Ring. Honestly, kind of fine in this deck. They have turn 2 Overlord. Prismatic Ending Cathar Commando, Overlord of the Boiler Mistmoors. What do you take? Did they take nothing? Wait. No cards. They have to have Oculus then, is my guess. That's so, or Recurring Nightmare, maybe. Let's go with the Moon Shadow and then a Raucous Theater. Mayhem Devil. I would like that card on top, I think. Even though it would have grown the Moon Shadow. So my hand is gas. My opponent, I'm trying to think why you would keep like all the cards off Overlord. So strange to me. We kept Mayhem Devil. I think I'm gonna Overlord and try and hit a Hogak. Although that's really inefficient for my mana, right? I'm probably better off just playing Mayhem Devil. Yeah. The next one I can go Confidant Overlord or something like that. I love seeing Mayhem Devil in Vintage, by the way. This card is so sick. Okay, Oculus coming down. It's gotta be. Sure. Don't care too much about that. As long as we can hit a Hogak anyway. Bro, he was there the whole time. Okay, so we could definitely Hogak. I think I have to Overlord, though. Which is a little bit sad. I could... Can I Sephiroth a Stitcher Supplier? I think that also works. They have an Oculus. We have a Hogak. What sets me up best for next turn? Sephiroth, Mayhem Devil versus Overlord, Dark Confidant. Overlord mills 4 cards, and I can get a non-avatar creature card. Think this. Oh, okay. Okay. Pyroglyph can kill the Oculus next turn. Carrion Feeder is just good. Pyroglyph's the strongest card by far. That gets bigger. Let me play a Dark Confidant. Let me play a Hogak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Carrion Feeder is good, so we'll go 6, 7. Last turn. Gak is in the building. This thing is gonna come down in 2 turns. Okay, a Johnny with no sack outlet. Although, it still isn't a Johnny. I don't know, maybe keeping Pyroglyph was not correct. Take 5. Oh, that's probably game. Time Walk is disgusting. Ephemerate a Johnny, so you get another cat. Okay. That guy's gonna come down at the end of their turn as well. You get another cat. Pretty good. Vindicate Hogak. That's probably game. It does make Moonshadow bigger, but I don't think that matters too much. I can block a cat, which would flip a Johnny, but I think I just blocked the Manifest. Because the cats die to Mayhem Devil much easier. Ledger Shredder. Lion Sash is your last card. Wow. Alright, well, Pyroglyph is big enough to do Pyroglyph stuff. Dark Confidant could also just kill me, so we'll see what happens there. Land? Thank goodness. Okay, 2 lands, Hogak in the graveyard. A lot of things to contend with. Pretty dead if I don't Pyroglyph the Oculus, but then they Overlord the Oculus back. I don't think I can kill them here. Overlord gets back Ledger Shredder for now. Let's go land Sephiroth. I think the life gain here is probably... Life gain and card draw are both important for our win. Sacrifice another creature. Sack this one. So many triggers. Mayhem Devil. Gonna kill the Lion Sash. You take damage. Bigger, draw a card. It's a cat? It's a cat. I guess that's a cat. Who knew? Okay, we hit Forsaken Miner. I don't think I'm alive, though. I think I'm quite dead. Well, that's 6. I'm just dead. There's no way I'm winning this. Okay, we're moving on. Johnny, Oculus, blah, blah, blah. We're on the play finally. Who knew that was a cat? Not me. So far, I'm liking some aspects of this deck, and other aspects feel kind of weak. Like, if you don't have a sack outlet, it's kind of awkward. I'm gonna keep this, but it's pretty bad, especially if they have a Thoughtseize. Holy cow, is it bad if they have a Thoughtseize. But if they don't have a Thoughtseize and I draw a land, it's golden. They don't have a Thoughtseize. They could have a turn 1 Ajani, though. Yeah. Okay, turn 1 Ajani. Land? Okay. Draw a card. Blood Crypt is also really good. Play this. Let's put Nethergoyf in play, because it can start blocking soon. Take 3. Yeah, opponent having the Mox is pretty rough. Lion Sash. Annoying against my deck in particular. Let's draw. Marionette Apprentice. Let's go Wastewood Verge. So I can play Satyr Wayfinder, but if I hit a Hogak, they could just exile it. So I want to keep my graveyard somewhat small. Jadar can give me a zombie, which I guess is what I want currently. Although Marionette Apprentice does block fairly well. It does block the Ajani and not really the Lion Sash. It just blocks the Ajani. I'm just going to play Jadar here. Still a 0-1 Nethergoyf, because I don't want to put things into my graveyard in the face of a Lion Sash. Okay, they mill a land, so they have plenty of mana. This matchup's going to be tough. At 15, I have no good blockers right now. These can't block, right? Right. I'm taking some amount. Currently 4, going to be 5. They could make it 6. I'd be very happy if I take 6 here, actually, because then I'm set up to do actually a lot of stuff. Okay. Lion Sash, still active. Deep Cavern Bat. Let me draw a card. We hit Hogak. So I'm going to play Satyr Wayfinder, and then I can immediately convoke a Hogak. And I do... Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can take Blackleaf Cliffs, and then tap everything to play Hogak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Play Blackleaf Cliffs, pass turn. They can exile Hogak, I take 6, I might just die. We'll see. Okay, Path Exile, get a Swamp. They're hitting me for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage, but this gains life. This does not gain life. Okay, that's a mistake. I guess I need to use Obsessive Pursuit here. Play Obsessive Pursuit, plus Carrion Feeder, plus Marionette Apprentice. Get a bunch of counters on Nethergoyf and gain a ton of life that way. Go to 5. Flicker Wisp, my Decayed. Flicker Wisp's a Johnny. Okay. Okay, they're tapped out. I can do some stuff here. We draw Fable. Not that helpful. Unfortunately, I think I'm off library now. We'll see, though. So let me read this. Whenever you attack, put X counters on target attacking creature. If X is 3 or greater, that creature gains lifelink. So I can go Carrion Feeder, Forsaken Miner. Or no, I need to play Obsessive Pursuit, right? Obsessive Pursuit, Carrion Feeder. I only get one more thing to do, which is probably Deep Cavern Bat. I would have to sacrifice 3 things to then get lifelink, which is a lot to ask. I could go for lifelink next turn and just play this turn as a setup, but I'm taking 3 in the air, right? So that's, I guess Deep Cavern Bat solves that. So if that's the play of Deep Cavern Bat plus Fable would be really good with Obsessive Pursuit. Okay. Deep Cavern Bat. Okay. uh, they don't have black mana, so I guess nothing in their hand is currently castable. Overlord would be the worst. Marionette Apprentice could just kill me. So there's also that. I guess Unearth is the only card in their hand that can even like cycle for something to be playable. But I think I want to take Overlord. So their hand does nothing right now. Then I can play Fable, which can fill my graveyard. What does my blocks look like? Flicker Wisp on Deep Cavern. They attack with some cats. I probably have to block the cats. This can attack. They can chump with the cat. I guess I might as well attack with the zombie. I will play the Marionette Apprentice. Make a servo. And then I can attack with this, or I could just sack it to Carrion Feeder. Guess I might as well attack with the zombie token. Get you for 2. They flip a Johnny. I don't really see a world where I'm not flipping a Johnny anyway. Then we can play out Carrion Feeder. I don't know, maybe that was a mistake and I should have just sacked it to the zombie, because now they can make a cat. But I think making a giant lifelinking Carrion Feeder, I know their hand almost perfectly. And they hit a land. I assume this can find a black source. I don't really care if they play Overlord. I'm gonna block. I just assume this can find black mana if they need it. They're just gonna play the Overlord now. Which is honestly perfect. They get 2 flyers. Johnny makes a cat. Okay, we're at 6 life. Pyrogoyf. That's a big one. Number 1. I'm sitting up for this. Obsessive Pursuit doesn't let me Pyrogoyf the Ajani, but maybe that's okay. I have to sacrifice 3 things here. Play this. Get a clue. Sacrifice 1 clue. You lose a life. We draw Stitcher Supplier. Ogak is exiled, so there's no real need to play the Supplier. We'll play the Forsaken Miner. Sacrifice Forsaken Miner. Always yield to this. Sacrifice the Zombie Token. Sacrifice Servo. Permanent sacrifice. Put X counters on target attacking creature. If X is 3 or greater, they gain lifelink. I know they have a Vindicate, so we kind of want to spread things out a little bit. Let's attack with Carrion Feeder. And I will attack a Johnny so that they kind of have to chump block. And then I kind of want to put the counters on something like a Satyr Wayfinder. Make it a 5/5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're almost dead, actually. I'm just going to attack them with this and a Johnny. Okay, this triggers. We're going to put on Satyr Wayfinder. And let's gain a little bit more life here. 5/5 lifelink. So they're trading all of their stuff for Carrion Feeder currently. Okay. I know your hand. Wait. Married Apprentice, Vindicate, Unearth. So they're going to have nothing in hand. They can unearth the Lion Sash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I sack 1 thing and I kill everything they have. That seems very worthwhile. And that's going to be another Goyf. I don't know. That seemed great to me. Now they have nothing in play but in a Johnny. They do have no black mana either. I'm at 10 life. They cycle in Unearth. That block felt really weird to me. Unearth is gone. You drew the Oculus? Bro! Okay. I can kill the Oculus, but it seems like a really risky play from them. We have Obsessive Pursuit. Mountain. So I can crack a clue. My graveyard's very small. I've just realized this. Let me Stitcher Supplier. Hopefully gets Pyrogoyf big enough. Okay, 3/4 is not terrible. I milled Goblin Bombardment and Sephiroth though. I can play Gravecrawler. Let's go Mountain. And I will play my Gravecrawler pre-combat here. Cedar Wayfinder's a 5/5. Zombie Token's a 2/2. Okay, let's move to combat. Don't really mind trading off the Wayfinder. And let's grow this thing. I don't know. Nothing got sacrificed, so. Okay, they take 2. They're at 8. They're at 7. Do I think they can gain life? Because Pyrogoyf Your Face feels very powerful right about now. I guess Fable of the Mirror Breaker is also very powerful right about now. Yeah, let's just play Fable. That gives me another token to sacrifice. I don't see how they're gonna kill me. I'm playing really slow, I know. This is a very complicated game and I'm trying to commentate. Ledger Shredder is fine. They're at 7. Any sack outlet would have done it, but I don't have those yet. Okay, I take 5. While the 4 go to 3 off Obsessive Pursuit. That goes down. Okay. They get Oculus. Discard 2, draw 2. Yes. I'm going to discard Mortuary, and I don't think I'm going to Carnage Interpreter. Okay. All lands. That's not great. Pyrogoyf is a 3/4, and there's already a land in my graveyard. Let's crack a clue. Dude. Okay. Scalding Tarn is sort of mana neutral. It is a sack outlet. Or life total neutral, I guess. Raucous Theater lets me surveil. Put that in the graveyard. That was 2 sacrifices. I can get 3 off the Goblin Shaman, but I think I'm going to sacrifice this clue here. Dark Confidant. Not necessarily the best. Well, I'm just dead to Cathar Commando, aren't I? Okay, you killed that. They might still be dead to just me attacking. We'll see. I can sack a treasure token. They have 3 blockers. They block 1, 2, 3. I think they're still dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me just sack this for blue. Ping you for 1. Okay. I still win the match. That game got really grindy. I'm not used to this type of deck. So far I'm feeling like we don't have enough sacrifice outlets. That Phyrexian Tower would have been huge, I think. See you in the finals, though. Oh, right, we are here in the finals against Briar Thorn 13, and this hand looks pretty good. Hogak in the hand, not the best. But if we draw any fetch, I could play a turn 3 Hogak off Overlord. And we have like Mistress Bauble, a lot of good draws. Thoughtseize would be annoying. Okay. Probably playing against Reanimator with my luck. The deck, there's a Bauble. Do I play Bauble? Yeah, I think I could wait to Mayhem Devil, but a single Swamp kind of tells me that I need to go quickly. It feels like it reanimate. Like anytime I see basic Swamp go, it's usually some type of unfair deck. If basic Swamp go again is almost certainly an unfair deck. See what's in your hand. Savine's Reclamation. Okay. Now I don't know what's happening. Carrion Feeder. Blood Crypt. Okay, let's not take damage if we don't need to. And let's get down our second creature here. Attack for 1. Next turn we can go Overlord, Carrion Feeder, Hogak. Bitter Bloom Bearer. Okay. Oh, it's a fair matchup. Maybe. Okay. I like that. I like Bitter Bloom Bearer against a Hogak too. Phyrexian Tower. Okay. This feels better now. They can attack for 1. Mono Black seems like they would struggle with a Hogak as well. We get a card. It's not a Hogak. It's a Deep Cavern Bat. I like all of this. We have Bauble in the graveyard. Let me shock this in. Let me cast this. I can get Jadar, and then I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's do that. Play a Carrion Feeder. Play Hogak. Okay, pretty good turn, I think. Especially if they don't do anything. I could have played Deep Cavern Bat, but I think getting Hogak in play is way more valuable. Opponent's clearly missing white mana, so killing them before they can get access to that seems really important. Mayhem Devil plus Carrion Feeder is kind of sick. A lot of cool stuff. I will take 2. Okay, I don't know what their deck is doing, but we draw land. Pyroglyph seems awesome. Netherglyph is an 0-1. Same with Pyroglyph. I think it's going to be Deep Cavern Bat plus Jadar. So let's lead with a Deep Cavern Bat and just see what's going on over there. They might just concede to this as well if their hand is bad enough. Solitude by Hogak. Okay. It's not going to work out exactly how you would have hoped. We're going to sack the Hogak. See what's in your hand. Okay, so they're just missing white mana. Divine's Reclamation is power 3 or less. I think Sanguine Evangelist is the scariest. Securiton Squadron, they can squad for 3, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess I'll take this one. I don't think it matters if they don't draw white mana. Sanguine Evangelist. When this creature enters or dies, make a bat creature with flying. I'm gonna take this. Then we're gonna play Jadar. And I will attack with everything. Do I attack with Dark Confidant? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So not enough yet. Okay, we'll attack like this. Next turn with Mayhem Devil, we could just take him out. Wait, that's actually so sick. Okay, yeah, that's really... Mayhem Devil's gonna go crazy next turn. And I think they exiled Adeline. So I'm gonna play Mayhem Devil. Next turn I would have gone Mayhem Devil, Convoke a Hogak, with nothing else. I guess I could have surveilled. Okay, so they're black-white creature stuff. Let's just run it back, man. Having a sacrifice outlet out there makes Hogak much better because you could just protect him. I like that. We have yet to have a Goblin Bombardment, but it is what it is. I keep just winning off of Hogak and like other good things, like swarming the board kind of. Okay, they clearly don't have that many lands if they're playing this untapped. Although Giver of Runes, actually not that good because okay, we're gonna lead on Moonshadow and a Bauble. And I'm gonna Bauble on their turn. I don't know, they could have Thoughtseize. Okay. Ride's pretty good. But they're not doing anything. Let's see what's in your hand. Savine's Reclamation. Okay, draw 2. Argos, not bad. Underground Mortuary. So, I currently can't attack. I can play Jadar and get a zombie. I can play Underground Mortuary plus Gravecrawler. I think Jadar plus zombie is better than that. Yeah, let's go Jadar zombie. Then next turn I can go Overlord Gravecrawler or Mortuary Overlord, that kind of thing. Because this way we have a zombie, so that next turn if we find Hogak, we can convoke it much easier. Because that's 3 black creatures plus a Bauble. So now we can do the thing, Overlord, put 3 cards in the graveyard, and then we'll have 4, 5, 6, 7. Man, I wish I had this card. It seems like it would be really good in my deck. Winds of Abandon, Exile Moonshadow. Getting a Swamp. So now they can attack with Ocelot Pride. Can't do anything about it. I mean, I could block, but they still gain life, so get a cat. Okay, only black mana up. So I can no longer... No, I can still Overlord into Hogak if that's what I want to do. That feels... Let's play Overlord, because if I hit Hogak, I can play Gravecrawler and hit it. Although, I could also... This doesn't help me against Ocelot Pride. I can also just go Pyroglyph the Giver of Runes, which seems kind of better because then I have a Pyroglyph in play. Let's just do that. And I guess I attack with the zombie, because I might as well. They can block and give pro black. It's kind of greedy. I think they're just taking 2, most likely. Okay. Interesting. That resolves. Always better to do that because you can see what they're doing. Do I want to Pyroglyph the Giver of Runes or the Ocelot Pride? I think still the Giver of Runes. I think it's more problematic. I could be wrong. We'll find out. They have a tapped land. So they're really short on white mana is the issue. They Solitude the Pyroglyph. Fair, I guess. That's something not hitting Hogak. They have one card in hand. This feels like an easy win now. I do need to find a way to deal with Ocelot Pride, I guess. Unless they have something else good as a follow-up. No. Okay. Take one, they get a cat. Untapped land lets me just slam Overlord. Untapped land. Although, that's pretty good. I can also go Obsessive Pursuit. I think just slam Overlord. They have no cards in hand? Yeah. Cast this. Take a Bitter Bloom. Dude, I'm never going to cast Goblin Bombardment this whole game. Alright, attack with the zombie. So they can sack Surveil. If you find an answer to Overlord, I could be in trouble, but the thing is, if they find an answer to Overlord, then they're not, like, doing something with Ocelot Pride. They put on the bottom as well. I don't know, it feels like really, really good position for me. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They would need to find a creature that makes tokens and kills Overlord here, I think. That's not terrible, actually. It does make tokens. Does not gain them life, though. Okay, I'm really glad I killed Giver of Runes as well. That's a Hogak. Let's go, dude. Gravecrawler. I guess let me play a Surveil land first. Dark Confidant. I wouldn't mind it, but I already have Obsessive Pursuit. 1, 2... I can't even... Yeah, let's just put that into the graveyard so I can Hogak easier. Do that. Play the Pursuit. Play the Gravecrawler. Play Hogak. Wait. I can attack with Overlord. Yeah, might as well. Haven't sacked anything. Ooh, Carrion Feeder, yes. Okay. Do your worst. They could trade like Evangelist plus Umbral Caller to kill it. This seems fine. They get a cat, Umbral, bat, whatever thing. We're gonna play Hogak here. Okay, Guide of Souls in the graveyard. I guess that makes sense. I don't know what can win you the game then if not a Guide of Souls. Let's go Hogak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then Bitterbloom Bear on end step. And then untap, Carrion Feeder, Gravecrawler, bop, 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 bop. Kill him. Hogak, 100% win rate. 100%. What'd you draw? Unearth, Sanguine Event. That's pretty good. It's a good draw. It's no Hogak. They do have the city's blessing, but they have to gain life to trigger this, right? Yeah. I think he's too big. I also get to grab a Marionette Apprentice. That's going to be so good. Take 2. I have this card. Okay, I am losing some amount of life, but I think we're just fine here. Mayhem Devil, let's go. Mayhem Devil, Carrion Feeder. Gravecrawler, Gravecrawler. No! We assembled the loop. Dude, that deck was sick. I don't know. I think that was a clean sacrifice deck. I never drew Goblin Bombardment, but I think it would have been excellent in the deck if I drew it. But Hogak continues to be one of the best cards in the cube. I am a little bit disappointed we didn't end up running Bazaar with Master of Death, Bazaar, Root Wall of Vengevine, but we didn't have any other like discard outlets. I didn't have green for survival, and it didn't really fit the vibe of the deck. This deck was more of a sacrifice deck, and I think very happy with the decision. Soul Ring definitely overperformed. I should stop questioning that card. Like, we did have 12, 13 cards that are good with it, so I think that's plenty. That's 2 trophies in a row. See if we can get 3. See you all there.